All right, so in that last video, I taught you how to multiply a fraction by a fraction. That video was actually a lesson I was able to use from last year. That's why I had a big beard in it. In this video, I just want to do some examples with you, okay? So let's say we have 5/6 times 3/4. Remember, when we're multiplying fractions and when we're dividing them, we do not have to make common denominators. We just multiply straight across, numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. That's the first step. Multiply straight across. 5 times 3 is 15. 6 times 4 is 24. After that, we have to simplify. So 15/24. If you're not sure if there will be a common factor, the best way to do it is just try to simplify them and see what happens. Now, in this case, there will be a greatest common factor greater than 1. And with larger numbers like this, I recommend using prime factorization. So 3 times 5 is 15. We're done with 15. 3 times 8 is 24. And 2 times 4 is 8. And 2 times 2 is 4. Now we match. 3 and 3 we can match one time, so that's 1 3 in the list. We can't match any 5s over here with this 5, and we can't match any 2s over here with these 2s. So 3 is the GCF, which means we divide the numerator and denominator by 3. 15 divided by 3 is 5. 24 divided by 3 is 8. So the final answer, 5/6 times 3/4 is 5/8. Let's do another one. Let's do 3/10 times 5/6. Okay, 3 times 5 is 15. 10 times 6 is 60. Now, you know 5 will be able to go into both 15 and 60. So it might not be the GCF, but so we could find the GCF using prime factorization, but I also want to show you that sometimes you don't have to find the GCF. You can just simplify it twice. So 15 divided by 5 equals 3, and 60 divided by 5 equals 12. But notice we can simplify it again because 3 is a factor of 12. So now we can divide by 3. And 3 divided by 3 is 1. 12 divided by 3 is 4. And this is the final simplified version. 3/10 times 5/6 equals 1/4. Okay, next. Let's do 3/4 times 2/7. We just multiply numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. 3 times 2 is 6. 4 times 7 is 28. Now, you know 2 will be a factor of both 6 and 28. So we divide the numerator and denominator by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 28 divided by 2 is 14. And 3/14 is in simplest form. So that's the final answer. Let's do another example together. Let's do 3/5 times 5/6. 3 times 5 is 15. 5 times 6 is 30. So just multiply numerator times numerator, put that answer here, multiply denominator times denominator, put that answer here, and then simplify. If you know that this number is exactly half of this number, you know it rounds to 1/2. And 15 is exactly half of 30. So you know it has to round to 1/2. That's the final answer. I'll do one more with you, and then I'll give you your independent work. Let's do 3/4 times 5/12. Okay? 3/4 times 5/12. So 3 times 5 is 15. 4 times 12 is 48. And now we simplify, but can we simplify this? So remember, anytime you're not sure, like you might look at 15 and 48 and be like, I don't know if there's going to be a greatest common factor greater than 1. Anytime you're in that situation, find the GCF and see if it is greater than 1. And the best way to do that when you're working with larger numbers like 48 is to use prime factorization. 3 times 5 is 15. Okay, now pick any two numbers that can be multiplied together to equal 48. Let's do 4 times 12, and then you can 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 4 is 12, 2 times 2 is 4. And this 3 and this 3, you can match this 3 with this 3, so you put 1, 3 in the list. Okay, and then you can't match this 5 to any of these 2's, and you can't match these 2's to this 5, so there's nothing else to match. So the GCF is 3. So you divide the numerator and denominator by 3. And 15 divided by 3 is 5, and 48 divided by 3 is 16. So that's the final answer, 5/16. Okay, so you've seen how to multiply fractions times fractions. You just multiply the numerator times the numerator, you multiply the denominator times the denominator, and then you just simplify by, if you need to, dividing the numerator and denominator by the GCF, or you could just do it by any common factor other than 1, and if it's not the GCF, you'll just have to do it again or maybe a third time. So for your independent work, I would like you to do 3/4 times 2/5, and also do 1/3 times 2/4. Okay, go ahead and solve those independently, and then click on the next video attached under this one to see if you did it correctly. And I will see you there. Signing off.